Namaste, Swatantra Party. We would like to speak about the farmers' issue. I'm also a farmer, but I'm a large farmer, so I don't want to say anything about large farms. I prefer to speak about the small and middle farmers in this country. Farmers contribute, are about 75% of the population are all farmers, farm laborers, and this country has not given any priorities or support to the real farmers who are the Annadatas of this country. I find many a time the politicians, just to woo the votes or for vote bank politics at the time of elections, just tell, oh, we are there for the farmers, we are there to support them. But nothing is really done. I would like to speak for the last 20 years or 25 years, from the time of, I think Devagowda was the only one prime minister, who had a little passion for the farmers, but I don't know what he really did. I don't know what that government did, whether it was a very short-lived government. But whether it was VP Singh or then it was Narasimha Rao and then Vajpayee and all that. Vajpayee's government at least did the golden quadrilateral roads, which was very useful for the connectivity of all, for farmers, for industries, in all ways it helped the country for development, and many of the development was only due to those roads, but which was that whatever work they did, the UPA government usurped, saying that it was their work. It is not true. When the UPA came to power, they introduced this Manrega, which is one of the worst schemes, where it enables huge corruption. The government officials who are in charge of distributing this money are looting big sums from the laborers, and the laborers have all become lazy. Nobody wants to work. They just go there for 2 hours. The men after that go for drinking. The women are all sitting and enjoying themselves. Many videos have come showing that what is the state of affairs of all these Manrega programs. In fact, after the Manrega was introduced in 2008-9, the food inflation in the country has really shot up. I wrote a letter to the then Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, regarding the Manrega, that it is a bad program and it is only spoiling the farm laborers, and the small farmers do not get laborers at all. Even big farmers don't get laborers, farm laborers to work. They have actually spoiled them. I wish and hope that all these economists who give the great ideas to these to the government, many of them are not practical. They are only theoretical. And in fact, in that government, they introduced this microfinance or something for the women in the villages, who took all that money and nobody wanted to go to work, and everybody was getting that finance, and now we see that whole scheme is a big failure, especially the NBFCs which were involved with this financing the village women with funds, and all that is a failure today. We are watching it, we are seeing it, we are seeing the results of it, which in fact made many of the women stop going to work, and everybody was busy enjoying themselves. So many of the time what these economists talk, they don't have practicality. I wish they go to the farmers, to the small farmers, spend some time with them, know what is farming activity, how things are going on in the small farms, and then put up these schemes. Instead of doing the Manrega with the 100 days job or for the laborers, they could have introduced this money as giving it directly to the small farmer itself, and then they maintain a record like how we do in the college scholarships, that this money is given properly to the laborer if he comes and pays, and there is no hanky panky in it. And you can also reduce the minimum support price because of this support in the labor wages. But unfortunately, the government has come, the then government had come up with this big scheme, which was more of a vote bank politics scheme. Instead, either they should have supported the small farmers directly, giving this money to the small farmer, who can even give the job to the laborers, or converted this money into farm insurance money. See, like 40 to 50,000 crores every year is a huge money, and I don't think so the farm crops like damages insurance that much is being claimed. So, the farm insurance, which was again a big glamour scheme announced by Mr. Modi, that was also a big failure, because most of the time the bank managers didn't know which crop was eligible for a crop insurance. Why should only a particular crop be eligible for insurance? Crop is a crop, and the farmer is growing different varieties of crops. Why should you give only the insurance claim for only for some crops? Instead, it could have been made for all the crops, and the claim for insurance for the crop insurance has become a big headache and nuisance, and most of it is done by the private sector insurance companies, which is again is a loot. The private insurance companies are again looters, and the poor farmer does not know where to go. And we will look at it what the farmer needs, the small farmer. The small farmer needs timely loans, good quality seeds, MSP, minimum support price for his crop, and good markets, no mediators and brokers in between, good storage points wherever there's farm, big farming, like suppose if you can introduce cooperative farming, and then you can have cooperative storage points, and the cold storages, all these things are the most important required ones, and this crop insurance. But unfortunately, when the small farmer goes to the banks for loans, they don't get timely loans. The bank managers make a big ruckus about it. I myself have gone many times, and we always end up getting the loans, not getting the loans, or even if you get the loan, it's not a timely loan, it is delayed. I don't understand why you should delay the loan. You can either say a no immediately or say a yes within a stipulated period of time. For months together, years together, some of the banks delay you. Either the bank official is expecting a kickback, or he is just not bothered, because they prefer the big corporates where they get a lot of kickback. If you look at it, 97% of the farming community people are basically innocent and naive. The government and the bank officials humiliate these poor farmers, and they commit suicide. Why do they commit suicide? It's not purposely that they have failed the crop. It would have been because of the climate, it could have been because water drought, and it could have been they wouldn't have got the timely support of bank loan or minimum support price. So, you are being so strict with collecting that money, but what about this Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi and the Adanis, Ambanis, who are all big, SR, who are great big defaulters from the corporate side, but no action is taken on them. But these poor farmers alone, you drive them up the wall. Are you justified, the government, whichever government may it be, whichever party which is ruling in whichever state? All of you have double standards. During this election 2019, I don't know, Mr. Modi ignored the farmers in 2015, 16, 17, 18 when they wanted to meet him. But suddenly in 2019, somewhere he got some love for the farmers, that he gave them 6,000 rupees as support money or something like that, which is all vote bank politics. on one side we say the farmers are the Annadatas of the country, but on the other side we harass them. The government harasses them. They don't get any support. Mr. Modi had time to come for the Shivratri at the Isha in Coimbatore, but he did not have the time to meet the farmers who came to Delhi from Tamil Nadu, or the Maharashtra farmers, or the Haryana farmers, or the Punjab farmers. So, Mr. Modi's priorities are placed somewhere else. But he talks, he says, oh, I am for the farmer, this, that. Not only Mr. Modi, most of the politicians from all the parties put on a big act when it comes to the farmers, but real timely support is never given to them. And why this Manrega scheme? You just go and make a survey and meet many of the farmers. They will tell you that this Manrega has ruined the farm laborers, and there are no laborers coming there to work for the farms, and people are just sitting and drinking. So, don't you think that in the long run you are ruining the economy and you are only producing more alcoholics? So, if the government of India and the state governments support the farmers rightly and at the right time, for example, sometimes many of these seeds which come from these hybrid companies like Monsanto, BT, those seeds are bad, they don't even germinate. But whom do we go and complain? Where does the small farmer have the time to go complain to the bodies? Which body? Why can't the government of India look into all such things, the quality of seeds which are being given to the farmers? Why don't we maintain our own native seeds, our native plants which are much more healthier? These hybrid plants have their own problems in later life. Why can't the government provide proper storage points, frozen storages, especially for tomatoes and the vegetables which are being wasted? So much of produce is being wasted. We, the public also, we have no empathy for the farmers. We have all the time in the world to go and spend money in a theatre to buy those popcorns, all those chips, everything that we pay such huge prices. But when it comes to supporting the farmer in the vegetable market, 10 rupees or 20 rupees, if they say per kilo, we are all, prices have gone up. We pay 100 rupees for the onion sometimes and we are crying, oh, the prices have shot up. The prices are shot up not because of the farmers, the prices are shot up because of the middleman. The middleman buys from the farmer at very minimum prices, sometimes at 2 rupees, 3 rupees a kilo, and the poor farmer loses heavily. And these traders in between, the brokers, store up because they have got the money power, and they hike up the prices, and the real producer doesn't really get the benefit of his produce, but the trader makes the money. Why can't the government of India stop these middlemen, stop all these brokers? And for that I should say Mr. Chandrababu Naidu during his tenure 96 to 2004 brought about this right to market, which was again followed by the DMK government by Mr. Karunanidhi, Ulavar Sunday. Even there, initially it was the farmers who were coming and directly selling it to the to the consumer. But over the years, the traders again started coming into that and bullying and taking control of these markets. I wish the governments, respective governments, whichever party they are, looks into the welfare of these farmers, gives them this timely crop insurance to them when they need it, because I don't think so. Even if you look at it in the records of the country, nowhere there was a claim for 20,000 or 30,000 crores for crop failure. It's only in some places there is a crop failure, and this crop insurance also mostly is monitored by the private sector. The private sector insurers insurance companies are all again looters. They cheat those poor farmers. They cheat us itself. We educated people itself get cheated when we insured with them many a time they take us for a ride. Why should the government of India give this insurance to the private sector? It can be with the government of India itself and stop this Manrega, spend that money for crop insurance, which will benefit or at least give it to the small farmer for their wages towards their labourers and keep proper records. It's not very difficult. I don't think so. Small farmers really cheat. They are not, maybe 1%, but that's negligible. But what about the big corporates which are cheating you in thousands and lakhs of crores? So that time you are ready to wave that money out. So the government of India and the state, respective state governments, please look into the woes of the farmers, what they need. They only have about 4 or 5 issues which if looked after, they are happy, don't make them unhappy. See, once the Annadatta of the country is unhappy, that country never prospers. I tell you with a very, sad heart that if the Annadatta of the country cries, weeps, this country will weep. During this COVID times also, like many of the people were jobless, many of these migrant workers, they're all basically farm laborers. You could have allowed them to go back to their towns and done farming. That was not done. There was a big mayhem and big confusion, and then many people suffered, some died terribly. What was the need for all this? And even me as a farmer, I want to go to my farm to do my farming operations. I know many of my friends who got small farms who want to go and look after their farms, but the e-passes are not given. That's another big scam by especially Tamil Nadu. The e-pass is a big scam and it's not given to the right people at the right time. If you don't allow us to go do our farming, again there's going to be a shortage for food. So now again, in the smaller towns where the crops are all growing, the price is very low, but in the bigger cities, the prices are soaring still. Why can't this government help in the transport of these products, vegetables, food products, and let the farmer get the right price? Abolish or even arrest all these brokers, in between brokers. Support the farmer who deserves to be supported at the right time with quality seeds, with water. There is no irrigation system, in this country where they can get, there's so much of water being wasted in some states, and some states are facing severe drought. Mr. Nehru, the first Prime Minister of this country, failed the country by not doing that interlinking of rivers, because that man never had any idea about anything at all, about any administration. I'm sorry if there are people from the other side. I am no supporter of BJP, but when something is wrong with any party, I like to speak up, because I am not there to grease anybody's hands or make anybody happy. No, that's not my nature. Whatever is wrong to me. If the people had voted for Mr. Vajpayee in 2004, I'm sure Mr. Vajpayee would have brought about this interlinking of the rivers, because he did the Golden Quadrilateral Road, which really helped every sector by the interlinking of roads, which good roads really, the entire prosperity in the country was only because of those roads. If they had voted for him, I am no supporter of Mr. Vajpayee or a fan of his, but what is right, what is wrong. Let us accept, give the devil his due. Had they voted, they sat and voted for this UPA government, which is one of the most corrupt governments. The 10 years was wasted, 10 years of development was wasted, only corruption, where this Manrega came, and that was the biggest corruption. Even Mr. Modi in the 2019 election, what was the need to give 6,000 rupees to all the people? It went to all the wrong people, and this is for just vote bank politics, and you're talking about Swachh, you're talking about cleaning up the system. No, Mr. Modi, you're not cleaning up the system. You are also contributing to all the nonsense in that system. I'm sorry I have to say this. I don't care what you think about me, but then I say black is black and white is white. This is what I know, and I'm open about what I want to speak. You all want to threaten me, I am not worried about it, okay, because when it's wrong, I have to say it is wrong. Mr. Modi, at least now you have another 4 years to go. Please take care of the farming community, provide good cold storages, timely loans, do away with all these brokers in between. Don't harass the farmers, reduce the interest rates, which is very high in this country. Farmers, you should reduce those interest rates. When you're giving the Manrega to those families, don't do that. Give them loans at lesser interest where it is feasible for them to pay back. Don't drive them up the wall and make them commit suicide, which is very sad. Most farmers are innocent, naive people. They don't know to cheat like Nirav Modi or Mehul Chayovsky or the Ambanis and Adanis. They are simpletons. So you should support these people and not give support to the big corporate, corrupt corporates. You don't give support to all the right people. You give support to all the wrong people, all politicians, whichever party they are. The agriculture in this country, because of the climate, we can do 2 crops minimum. Even there are some places where we can do 3 crops. But unfortunately, we are not able to do. If this country can concentrate on that, so much of our job can be given by the farm sector. But those people, because they don't have jobs, again they run coming to the cities and they crowd the cities up. Politicians of all parties, Mr. Modi, please give priority to the farming sector. That is going to be the sector which is going to support this country in many ways. You give the support to the other industries, yes, rightfully, whatever they deserve, but don't give it to the big corporates most of the time who are corrupt. Give it to the corporates which are good. I am not saying all of them are corrupt, but many of them are corrupt, especially in today's thing. Most of the corporates are the ones who have looted, and the NPAs are all from them. So please take care, support the farmers. The minute you support the farming community, the country prospers. This is my humble request from all the administrators of this country. Thank you from Swatantra. We request you to subscribe and to share these videos, and if anybody has any issues, we will speak up for you. Thank you. Jai Hind. Bharat Mata Ki Jai.